Coach, 48 hours ago, this team had a 3% chance of making the playoffs. Back-to-back wins, you guys are going to the playoffs. What does it say about that group in the locker room?
Finally came together at the right time, I think, for the most part. But again, there was a belief in each other, and like I say, the other thing is these guys truly care about each other. It's fun to watch, it's fun to see, and they played that way at the right time.
How impressive was it the start that they had today? Because usually we've seen, particularly this season, a team plays Friday night, they come out Sunday a little bit slow, a little bit sluggish, they find themselves down 2 or 3 goals. They came out maybe the fastest we've seen them all season.
Yeah, no, 100%. And credit to them, they showed up on time. And again, it's funny. Can't put your finger on why or anything like that, but it's just, game 17, game 18, it's peaking at the right time here, and that's all we can ask as a team and as a coach is, we had our struggles, we learned through it, and we took a first step of what we want to do here.
The journey of Ryland Hartley through this season, he came in as the #1 goalie, had an injury, took a long time for him to come back. You guys held him out when maybe he could have played, but you wanted to make sure that he was fully healthy. He started these last 2 games, and he proved why he's the #1 goalie on this team.
No, 100%. And again, and a lot of credit goes to Hutchie there because he held the fort down for us and gave us 6 big wins that kept our season and kept our hopes alive. But yeah, he's like I say, through all the testing that he's done. Again, I'm careful my words here, but he went through a lot to make sure that he was physically, mentally ready to play. And as you said, the doctors cleared him a long time ago before he put his pads on for us, and that's a good thing. Is that we wanted to make sure that he's the person is ready versus just a guy being on the floor here for us, and that's the biggest thing. And like I say, he just continually took steps, and it was his time. He was ready.
At times this year, we've seen the transition game struggle a little bit. Today, we saw them. They're screaming out of the box. They're getting a lot of opportunities today and really set up the offense very well.
100%. You know what? And a lot of credit, too, goes, like I say, we were pushing really well forward, but we were also pushing really hard back, where Philly didn't have those opportunities that, most teams have been getting on us as well. So it's a group effort. Like I say, we were just looking to get downhill from our backhand first, and yeah, Reeser and Maddie and Coatsy and OC putting the one in there as well. It's good to see, and those are the contributions you need, because you don't want to call those easy ones, but those are momentum. They just sort of keep building. And they finally dropped here for us at the end of the day, and we're going to need a few more moving forward.
I think defensively, one of the things that we noticed too is that there weren't a lot of second and third chance opportunities for Philly. They'd get a shot, and then the loose ball was to Rochester straight up the field. Philly wasn't getting a lot of those extra possessions.
Yeah, no, we were on, and like I say, we were firing out on hands on those picks, making those switches really quickly and really decisively, and yeah, there wasn't too many clean looks that Hertz really had to worry about. Made a handful of big saves for us, but a lot of the time they seemed a little routine, which is again what we sit there and look and draw on a piece of paper leading up to games. It finally came at the right time here for us, and again, I think the biggest thing for our group here is we got to do it again, and it's great to say, because there's looking at the schedule and all that sort of stuff, we had no idea if there'd be a tomorrow, and this group persevered, and we have a tomorrow, which is we're one of 8 that has a chance.
We'll move to the Connor Fields portion of the post-game show, and 7 goals. I mean, he was absolutely outstanding today, and we run out of superlatives to talk about how great Connor has, but he's stepped up in the biggest game of the season.
100%. You need your best to be your best, and tonight, Fields, he was picking his spots, he was driving, and there was a point offensively that he carried us, and again, great to see, and great timing. And then and then we'll go back to even Friday night. There's also, he's putting the ball in the net. There's a lot of little things that he's doing well. He's grinding for hard, loose balls in the corners and coming away and getting banged around. And, that's the type of attitude, the kind of what we've been saying, like a little bit of FU type deal, that we're coming and we're going to be good. And, we can follow stuff like that as well.
I've been campaigning for Connor to be talked about in the MVP voting for the second half of this season. He's going to finish with 120 points. That's 10th best all time. He's got over 160 loose balls, which is absolutely unheard of for an offensive player. What does that say about his overall body of work And sometimes he gets overlooked by some of the other guys around this league of truly how special this season was for him.
100%. And again, it's unfortunate, I think, that on that side of the thing is that our team record doesn't correspond to what his numbers look like, I think, at the end of the day. And will that hurt him? For us, doesn't matter because we know what we got, and he's special for us, and we'll keep going off that.
And speaking of some other guys, Curtis Knight had 2 goals today. I mean, this is a guy that missed a lot of the season with injury. It was great to see him come back and also be a big part of the scoring offense.
100%. Secondary scoring for us is always key, right? And again, Knighter getting those 2, and again, doing the little things that don't show up in the game sheet. There was 2-3 times where, he had to go back with those guys pushing, and he made a strong defensive play and turned the ball over again. I think there's one play too, right at the center line. He put a lot of pressure on the guy, turned the ball over. I think we went down and scored right away. So he does all the right things for us. He's Mr. Consistency, Mr. Like I say, he's the guy that we continually point to that say, be like him.
Season is online today, biggest crowd of the season, and this crowd was into it today.
100%, and it's nice to see. And again, when we give them a reason to come, they come. And when they're here, it just pumps us up even more. So, like I say, we got a long road ahead, and hopefully we get back here for one more. But like I say, we got our hands full in Toronto next week, and it's nice to see, and we're going to enjoy it here for an hour. But yeah, we got more work to do, which is great to say.
Coaches, what does it say about the character of the team? You guys lost 4 in a row heading into this weekend, rallying these past 3 days to get 2 wins. What does it say about those guys in that locker room?
You know what? We are resilient, and again, I've said it a couple times here that we're a young group learning a lot of things as a group here moving forward. But it's not an excuse we're using anymore, right? These guys are men. They played lacrosse their entire lives. We know what's at stake here this week, and we came to play. And at the end of the day, that's all we got to do is just continually show up and play.
A lot of commotion over there in the locker room. What'd you tell the boys post game?
That was all on them, and Hearts, like I say, they got their own little player of the game there, and rightly so, he got it, and he just fired us up as well. So, yeah, I'm kind of neutral. I'm kind of looking forward a little bit, and enjoy it. But we do have more work to do, and that's what we got to look forward to next.